Really, let me go ahead and check Facebook and YouTube. So where's my script? Welcome to Live with Heidi Mine. Real quick, this is your 1 to 2 minute warning. I'm going to check that the live is up on Facebook and YouTube, so go grab your favorite drink before we get started. Let's see. It does not look like I am up yet on Facebook, but maybe I just didn't refresh fast enough. I don't know. Okay, and now I see my face. What you do? All right, favorite drink before we get started. Okay, so I can see the chats, and let me check YouTube real quick. And it says that I am live. There we go. Oh, don't pause, just mute. Mute. Okay. Can I see the chat? Yes, I can. Let me put in the subscribe and save 20% off your first order. HeidiMine.com. Subscribe. Oop. I don't know if that makes it a link. For some reason it looks like it's wanting to tag me. So you should, if you're on YouTube, you should be able to copy and paste that. I'm having shirt issues tonight. I don't know what the deal is. Hey, hi, how are you? I'm Heidi. I'm a work-at-home handmade business owner at HeidiMine.com, as well as a homeschool mom of 11-year-old and 13-year-old girls. I go live here on Facebook and YouTube on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. During the live, I share about things going on with my business, homeschooling, and our personal lives. Be sure to follow on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube to get notifications when I post videos or when I go live, and feel free to hit the like or the thumbs up button, as this does help more people just like you see the videos and come hang out. If you are joining me live tonight, please comment with hashtag live. If you are watching on the replay, please go ahead and comment hashtag replay. This lets me know when people are watching and if I need to change up my times or my days. And if you are not already subscribed, be sure to check the pinned link. Did I pin it on YouTube? I did now. To sign up for the email list, you get a 20% off your first order coupon. And then I've really been slacking lately with sending out emails, but normally I send out emails with updates about products, blog posts, sales, and other fun things going on. So Sarah Jane is hanging out with us tonight. Hi, Sarah. I think we're getting into our groove here in Arizona at Grandma's house. You know, by the time we're ready to leave, we should be golden. I have not been swimming in almost a week, and I have not done much in the way of exercise. I am kind of bummed about that, but I am hoping we'll go swimming tomorrow. I just haven't been sleeping well. It's warm here. It's cool for Arizona. It's only gotten into the low hundreds like 1 or 2 times since I've been here, and that's pretty rare. Normally it's well into the hundreds by now. But the house is warm at night, and I just don't sleep well when it's warm. So that's been a bummer. And then I just feel like I'm dragging like the rest of the day. So also Evie has had a problem with her toe. I think she had a cut or something and it got a little infected. So that's fine now, but we haven't wanted her to go swimming because that's swimming pools. With all the chemicals that people put in swimming pools, you would think that they would be fairly sterile, but they're not. It's like a cesspool of germs in those things. So what can you do? The weather has been great for Arizona. Like I said, it's barely been in the hundreds at all. The people that live here agree with that. It's been really nice. You can see my hair is starting to fade. I debated if I was going to put more color in it. I do have more color with me, but I don't have a lot of the purple. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to mix the purple and pink and do more of a fuchsia, if I'm going to do that all over, or if I do more of a fuchsia in the top and then maybe pink in the bottom. I don't know. But I have a feeling that by next week, I'm going to have to figure it out, because it's definitely, there's like a lot of places where I can see the blonde coming through, and I don't want to look all patchy. Not that anybody cares, but it is what it is. So I've been working on some things in my business, and I realized that I did not have any sanitizers, hand sanitizers from Bath and Body Works. And I actually have a ton of them at home, but for some reason, like, none of them got packed. And I make cases for the hand sanitizers. And I found that there was a Bath and Body Works in Laughlin, which is just about 20 minutes away. So the kids and I went ahead and we ran over to Laughlin. We drove to go to Bath and Body Works, because the kids are also out of their favorite body washes. So I was like, well, they're doing their big sale. Let's go ahead and we're going to go over and pick some stuff up. That was not a smart idea. Because apparently I'll have a problem when we go to Bath and Body Works. And I don't know. I just feel like they used to be cheaper, and maybe that was just all in my head. I left the hand sanitizers in the shed with all of my products, so I'm not going to show you the hand sanitizers, because they're hand sanitizers. I got like watermelon lemonade or something, and something lilac. I don't know. Mint chocolate chip. They're all right, but I mean, you can't smell them, so what difference does it make? I did get this. It says Nourishing Lip Balm, and this is in the color Wine Not, and it was just giving me like total 90s vibes. My best friend and I used to wear colors like this. It looks, I'm wearing it right now. I feel like it doesn't look as wine colored as it is, as brown as it really is, but I did put something over it. So I've been buying Bath and Body Works lip stuff for a while. Heather says we just bought all those hand sanitizers. Yeah. Did you get them and it was like 5 for $8 or something like that? I was like, oh, that's a great deal. But then I was like, it's not that great of a deal, actually. I don't know. It was a whole thing. So I've had this one for a while, and this is Pearl Mint Mentha Shimmer Tint. So this is what, like, I put this over the lip balm because I like lip gloss. Sorry. I have a delay. So like when I'm kind of looking down a little, I'm looking at the screen and I can see what I have put up there, but it's such a delay. But if I don't have my ring light on, then I look super washed out. So yeah, you can't really see that. Anyways. So the color that I normally wear is also the Nourishing Lip Tint, and this one is in Flirty Fuchsia. So if you look at the older videos that I have, that's usually the color that I'm wearing. So I had another color or two. One of them really was not my color, so I gave it to my daughter because I was like, I'm not going to wear this. It washes me out. But I figured I would do a little haul of the body washes. I guess they're really shower gels. I don't know what the difference between shower gel and body wash is. I assume they're the same thing. But I figured I would do a little haul because for the amount of money that I paid for these, I really think that I should talk about them just for a minute. So one of our favorites we got was strawberry pound cake. I don't know if I can, maybe that's better. I have to wait until I can see it on the screen. You can't really see it. It says the fragrant notes are fresh strawberries, golden shortcake, and whipped cream. And Lydia loves this scent. Yeah, we love it. We got 2 of those. Because some of them were, yeah, this is where they get you. Some of the body wash, whatever of these things are, they were 50% off each one. And then some were buy 3, get 1 free. And of course, I brought the 2 girls with me, and one child bought 2 items that were 50% off, and the other child got 2 items from the buy 3, get 1 free. So we were like, oh, we're just going to add 2 more. So silly. So we got 2 of the strawberry pound cake because I like the smell of that one also. And I'm going to smell it real quick because some of these I was like, oh, that smells like, that one I do like. It's less plasticky than some of them smell to me. One of the girls got sun-ripened raspberry. It says the fragrance notes are sun-ripened raspberries, so that makes a whole lot of sense. Strawberry leaves. I didn't know strawberry leaves really had a scent. And sugar crystals. And that to me kind of smells a little bit like Bonnie Bell bubble bath from like the 1980s. I don't know where these memories come from, but that's what it smells like to me. This one Samantha picked out, and it is the Japanese cherry blossom, which I think is one of like their most famous smells. I know that I've had this before. This smells like my Nana. I don't know why. It smells like my Nana, not the grandmother I'm staying with. The fragrance notes are Japanese cherry blossom, Asian pear, fresh mimosa petals, white jasmine, blushing sandalwood. So I just wonder, if it's like the mimosa sandalwood jasmine thing going on. I don't know. That's what my Nana smelled like. Like my whole life, that's what my Nana smelled like. I don't know if my mom's going to watch this and no, my mom's not fond of scents anymore. And I know she's going to come to my house and she's going to be like, let me smell that. So this next one is called Fruity Sherbet. Okay, so Fruity Sherbet Scoop. So it's very clear. Very clear. And it really just smells like sherbet ice cream, honestly. It says the fragrance notes are rainbow sherbet, zesty orange, and sun-kissed strawberry. Fun story, not so fun story about sherbet, rainbow sherbet specifically. So my Nana, the one that smells like Japanese cherry blossom, I have an older step cousin. And when we were little kids, we would go with our grandparents a lot. It was her grandfather and my grandmother. And they took us to Morro Bay once for the weekend. And we were living in the Bay Area, so we took the little road trip, whatever, and we stopped at some hamburger place along the way. And my the rule is that you had to finish everything on your plate in order to get dessert. And anybody that's ever seen like a Noom commercial knows that it's like childhood trauma triggering whatever, and it explains a lot about my poor eating habits that I'm working on. But I was like really, really full, and I knew that if I finished all of my French fries, like I finished the burger or whatever the main part of the meal was, but I didn't want to finish my French fries. And I knew if I finished them, I was going to get sick. And so I didn't get dessert because I refused to finish my French fries. I'm really proud of younger me for doing that, actually. My cousin, however, did finish her French fries, and she did get dessert, which happened to be rainbow sherbet. And we get maybe 15 to 30 minutes into the drive, and everything came up in the car. I don't think I've ever had rainbow sherbet since then. It makes me laugh in retrospect. She was fine. You know, you get car sick. It's a thing. But it was always like that was always a thing for me, that I've never made my kids finish their French fries. French fries are filler food. Doesn't make sense to me. So anyways, that just, fun story. And then the last one we got is called Butterfly. This is also one of Samantha's picks. She's very into butterflies right now. This says that it has fragrance notes of raspberry nectar, iris petals, and airy vanilla. Not sure what airy vanilla is. Okay, but this one, this smells like a doll that I used to own. It's plasticky, but there were dolls for rose petal place. This doll smells exactly like that rose doll. There's no rose scent in it. Did I say rose? Raspberry, iris, and vanilla. So there's no really rose scent in that, but I just was like, oh my gosh, that smells like that doll. We had a thing you love that one. We had a thing in the 80s where like the dolls needed to smell. Strawberry shortcake, rose petal place. There were quite a few of them. And they needed to smell. And I don't know what our fascination was with smelly dolls. So yeah, that is my haul. I was very surprised when I got the price tag for that. The scented food. Yeah. And scratch and sniff stickers. Like children that grew up in the 80s were like, we were all about the 4D, baby. You had to see it, touch it, smell it. Thankfully, we never jumped on that Willy Wonka lickable wallpaper, because that would have been problems. I'm totally random tonight. I almost canceled the live. I've had a headache all day. It's been an off day today, and I was gonna make dinner, and Sarah will know this because Sarah and I are friends in real life. That I've been promising my oldest that I was gonna make fajitas, and I wanted to do the meat on the barbecue because that sounded really delicious, and it also sounded like I wasn't gonna have to use the stove as much. So my dad had told me the power was out. Your power was out almost all day? Oh my gosh, girl, that is horrible. I should have left you a key to my house. Unless my house had no power either. But I think it did, because I was getting notifications on my phone about my my cameras. And normally if the cameras go offline, then I would know. So yeah, I should have left you a key. You could have just gone and hung out with my cats. Yeah, I was just not feeling it. So I went to go turn on the barbecue, and it wasn't clicking, like with a gas barbecue, it normally clicks when it wants to ignite, and it wasn't clicking. And I was trying to get a hold of my dad, and he wasn't answering. So I was like, forget it. I'm just going to do it on the stove. And the meat is almost done. And he finally calls me back and he's like, you have to light it by hand. I'm like, I like my eyebrows. No, I'm not going to do it. So dinner was good, but it was a lot of work. I was just sweaty. It was, yeah. And I really should have taken a shower because I feel like my hair is dirty, but I put my hair up and I was like, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go live. We're going to get it done. Get it done. I also feel kind of guilty because I haven't done the recordings that I keep saying I'm going to do. So I am working on them. I am recording things. It's just really hard for me to get in, and I'm doing all of my own editing. So to try to record and edit, and I'm helping take care of my grandma. It's just been, it's been a little more than I thought it was going to be. But I do have the unboxing already recorded for tomorrow. I'm going to edit that tonight when I'm done with the live. And then hopefully I'll just have it scheduled so I don't have to fuss with it in the morning. I can't remember what week I'm on. I think last week was a collectible Christmas unboxing. So I think tomorrow is a KiwiCo unboxing. And then I do need to do my nails. My nails are just breaking right and left. I've been very just all over the place doing things. I have been working on recording Sew With Me videos. And yeah, Sarah knows. Editing takes so long. It's fun. I mean, sometimes it's fun to like watch the stuff, and I'm getting a little better at it, but it's still like, okay. Like I'll leave the camera on and walk away. And then I'm like, oh, that's like 5 minutes of video I have to cut out. So yeah. And I've been working on getting things listed in my Etsy shop. I've been redoing all of my photos, which is a challenge. I am not a photographer. And I've been trying to work on some of my business training because in some of those it talks about photography. So I was trying to do the things like they said because it's like super bright out. I'm in Arizona. But like, so I have a light box and I was using that, but when I get bigger items, I can't really put them in the light box. It's not convenient to photograph. And so someone was saying, well, if you're under like a patio, then you're still getting enough indirect light. I took 200 photos today and like half of them are blue. So bummed about that. Totally bummed. But I did get pictures of a lot of the sanitizer holders. As many as I can reuse, I will be putting those up and getting those into my Etsy shop. That was the whole point of going to going to Bath and Body Works, is getting those sanitizers to do the pictures. So they will be in my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop has 80 items in it now. I'm really excited about that. And only, I think, what is it? I want to say 22 of those are last chance items. So those items will not be able to be reordered. It's first come, first serve. That's what it is. Everything else in the shop is going to be evergreen. So key fobs, sanitizer holders. I have some, what do I have in there? I have some inhaler holders, something like that. I'm going to be working on the planner stuff. I know I talked about that last week and Sarah had commented on that. I just haven't gotten to that like tub of things yet. I have it a little organized, so I'm working through it. So yeah, I'm checking my notes. I keep looking over. I have not been able to record as much for Clean With Me and Cook With Me. I did get a little bit done today, so I might be able to make that into a video for next week. The Cook With Me, I have some bananas again. So I want to do some banana chocolate chip muffins. So maybe I will try to record that. I don't think I need to cook anything else other than dinner. Nobody wants to see me make hamburger helper. Yeah, so that is the home updates for our home away from home. Homeschool stuff. It's summer break. Like, I probably don't even have to give updates on homeschool, to be honest. But I did bring homeschool work with us. The kids have done IXL for math. Can't remember if I said that last week. Yeah, if you homeschool, if your kid has trouble with math, IXL is pretty good. I know that they have like a little bit of like lessons to what they're doing, but I like it for the diagnostic. The kids do the tests and whatever. It tells me what they need to work on, and then I can assign them things to do from that. So I can either assign it through IXL and tell them do these lessons, which is what they were doing when they were getting tutoring during the school year, or I brought our books with us and all that, so we could do that. So hopefully this week, we're on Wednesday, we're halfway through. Maybe the next 2 days I'll get them to do some math. Who knows? I do want to at least dig into some of the science that I brought with us. Just because I brought a bunch of experiments, and if I don't have to bring those home, that would be awesome. We brought 9 KiwiCo boxes with us, Kiwi crates, whatever you want to call them. And they have done a lot of those because I told them, I'm like, Grandma's garbage is way bigger than ours. So if we can consolidate, you guys do all the projects you want to do, we'll consolidate, and then we can throw the stuff away here. We don't have to pack it back in the car. That would be awesome. So that's the stuff. This chair is horribly uncomfortable. So like I keep seeing myself in the camera going forward, getting all hunchy, but it's not a comfy chair. I don't know how my dad sits in this. I've been trying to do some of my computer work in this office because the internet's faster. But then I get up and I feel like I'm as old as my grandma. I'm like hobbling. I need a walker of my own. So the Etsy shop has been getting, as far as business updates, the Etsy shop has been getting new items almost daily. Maybe one of these times I'll do a video just about being an online seller on Etsy. My shop has been closed for over a year. So I've been slightly out of the loop, but I am in groups on Facebook, and I do trainings with certain coaches, because I do like to stay in the loop on updates with Etsy. Just because even if I have my own website, Etsy is still a good source for traffic. So it's the whole, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I like having some products on Etsy and then having everything on my website. It's just the way it rolls. But normally the consensus for Etsy is that you shouldn't like do anything in your shop with more than 10 listings a day. And I've been like putting 20 listings a day in my shop. I've only done it 3 days because the idea was I wanted to put 10 items a day in my Etsy shop, and I haven't been able to do that. So I've been doubling up and saying, okay, I'm going to do 20 until I get to the number that I want to have. And it's fine. I'm getting views on Etsy. It's not miserable. Like I could bring it up real quick. It's not great. Like I've had 7 views and 4 visits, which for Etsy, that means that 4 unique people, individuals, whatever, have looked at the shop, and then there have been 7 views So 4 people looked at 7 different things in a nutshell. It's not great. like when my shop was like fully open and I was running my business all the time before I closed it, those views and visits would have just been so frustrating. But my nose is itchy, and then I keep seeing that I'm itching my nose in the camera, and I'm going to keep itching my nose. I know from being on Etsy for so many years that when you put your shop in vacation, that it does impact your shop. The fact that my shop has been on vacation for over a year, that's going to impact my shop. I do have a high number of sales for my Etsy shop because I was open for so long. That should help me eventually as soon as my products start working their way through the Etsy algorithm. But for right now, it's a process. And sometimes I see people that go into these groups, these Etsy groups, and they're like, I put all my stuff on Etsy. It's been a week. Where are my sales? That's not how Etsy works. That's not how anything works. You can't just open a business and then expect people to shop there. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot that goes into it, and I have not been able to do the social media interaction that I normally do because of all of the other things going on. So hopefully, now that we've kind of found a little bit of a rhythm here, I can get back on track with the recordings. I can get back on track with my social media, with my blog posting, with my emails. It's a lot. My brain goes in a lot of different directions at any given moment. But it's what I do. So we'll see how it goes. The process for adding listings to my website versus Etsy is a very different process. The first time I started creating listings on a WordPress website, I was so overwhelmed. It's just such a different animal. It's a little frustrating because I've purchased a lot of trainings over the years. So I have purchased trainings for running my business in general, for creating a website from scratch. I've purchased trainings about running an Etsy business, and then also micro trainings about working on each different social media: TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, all the things. And trying to create products, get the photos, edit the photos, create the listings on 2 different platforms, then create social media for at least 2 different platforms, if not more. The platforms now really want you to publish video, short form video content. So that's like a whole nother beast, because now instead of just doing photos, I'm also supposed to be getting video as well. It's a whole thing. And then trying to do this YouTube thing. I have had people tell me, well, why are you doing YouTube? And my thing about YouTube is first of all, it's fun. Even on days that I don't feel like going live, this is my grown-up time. This is my time that I can just hang out with my friends and chat about things. But eventually I do want it to roll in side by side with my business. So in my head, it's all connected. But I don't know what, it's 7:30, so I don't know if I want to go into a whole tangent about like the ins and outs of online businesses. I do see a lot of people now that are doing these POD, print on demand businesses, and they want to talk about how difficult it is. And I'm like, you're not even creating a product. You are, maybe they're an artist, and that's fine. That's wonderful. I don't expect someone who paints or draws to learn to sew or learn how to use equipment to transfer images onto other things like bags or mugs or t-shirts or whatever. I get it. But some of these small business owners, I say that loosely, are creating digital media or purchasing digital media that's already been created and then contracting it out through these print-on-demand companies. And then they're like, I'm so busy. I'm like, honey, you don't even know. You don't even know busy. The things that I make by hand. The shirts that I sell, maybe I don't make the graphic. I don't print out the transfer, but I am putting that transfer on the t-shirt. I have done a lot of research on the t-shirts. I might be pulling some t-shirts. I don't know yet. I will definitely be pulling the drinkware. It's just not, I don't create that. That is something that I do not create. It is being created by another company and then I can sell it. And I thought it was going to be a good idea because it was like an add-on. Like if you're already buying something from me, add on the matching travel mug. Cool. Same with like the stickers that are on my website. I don't print those. I order them. But they're not really in the 6 months that I've been having them on my website, because I'm not going to say that I'm selling them. I haven't sold any. Anytime that I put them on social media, they don't get very good reactions. So I'm going to be pulling them because there's no sense in me putting something on my website that I'm not actually selling. And it's actually more work for me to create the listings. Those take me hours to create the listings. Sometimes I'm kind of like, I could just create the item myself and it would take me less time to do the listing. I don't know. It's a thing. So some of those things will be coming down as I start adding my own handmade items back into the website. Because that is where my passion is making the things myself. And especially now that I've been going through the bags and the bins of items that I've made over the last few years, it is bringing up all of those emotions of, I love it. I love creating those things. It's fun. It gets me very excited to do it. So that's always a great feeling to know that, even after the year plus that I've been inactive, that I still am very passionate about what I'm doing. So I'm excited. So the stuff that's on Etsy is currently live. The last chance items that I sell will probably not go to the website. Those will only be on Etsy because I only have a limited quantity. For a lot of, like, I put non-paper dolls up in the shop and those I only have one of each. That's it. There's no more. So I don't want to list them in two places because there's no program that links Etsy with a WordPress shop. So if I sell it on Etsy and I sell it on WordPress or on my website, if they both sell at the same time, then it defeats the purpose because I've only got one. But the other things on Etsy, the key fobs, the sanitizer holders, the inhaler covers, those will be getting over to the website. The process is just longer. So I am starting those. They're created. I just have to tweak them a little bit so I can make them go live. So by the weekend, those should be live. And I am thinking about doing a Father's Day sale. It may not even be targeted towards fathers specifically because some of us, like me, I'm filling both parental roles right now, and for the foreseeable future. So maybe it's a Father's Day sale for whoever needs to get themselves something. I talked about the Sew With Me's. The Work With Me videos have been delayed because although I brought a lot of fabric with me, I did not bring enough of the other supplies. So I have picked up a few things that I need, but every time I go to try to, like, I set up the cameras and I try to start sewing, and then something happens and I have to stop. So hopefully I will have some work with me videos going. Potentially I could try to go live and do some work with me. It's a little hard to do that, but we'll see. We'll see. And then, so the last thing that I really have notes about, and then I'll wrap up because we're pretty close to an hour. So part of the trainings that I've been watching, they really talk about packaging. And I've always felt like with my old business that, I guess it just me as a person, I feel like when I order something online, sure, it's nice to get a little something as a thank you for the purchase. But when it gets too extravagant, I start to wonder how much of the cost of that freebie was worked into the price of what I purchased. It's why I don't do free shipping, because free shipping is never free. Free shipping, they've worked the price of the shipping into the product, which means that if you order multiples of an item, you're actually paying more than if you would have just paid for the shipping in the first place. It's a crock. It's such a scam. And I don't understand why no one else, it's because people don't like math. That's the only thing I can think of. But generally when you're ordering something and it says you're getting free shipping, that means that they've already worked the price in, because they have to pay for shipping, whoever it is. They still have to pay for shipping. Yeah, so it's a crock. So I don't do free shipping. Sometimes, like if the order's high enough, I will do like a sale or a coupon code. Like if you buy X amount of dollars, then I'll do free shipping. And in those cases, your shipping really is free because I'm taking it out of my own profit of whatever you purchased. But I don't do like, oh, the shipping's free, blah, blah, blah. But the same goes with freebie items. Like I've ordered stuff from handmade shops and I expect there to be like a business card. I've seen some shops do a care card where it tells you how to take care of the product. I have included postcards with mine. That the postcard, on one side it just looks like an oversized business card and it has all my information from my business, and on the back side it had like a little blurb about who I am and why I started my business, and then it had like pictures of different products. Mostly because my old business was children's educational toys, and I sold felt masks for dress up, but for Halloween, and the majority of my sales came during Halloween months, and a little bit, for the holidays, Christmas time, but mostly it was Halloween. So I included that postcard because if they were purchasing a mask for a younger child, not toddler, but 3 to 10, then they might like something else in my shop, a non-paper doll, a puzzle, an educational toy, whatever. But maybe they didn't know those things were there because I used to have hundreds of products in my shop, and nobody has time to go through all of the pages on a handmade website. It's ridiculous. So those are things I would expect to be in a package. And, it's nice every once in a while if you get like a piece of candy or a sticker or something small. Like I get that. Something that's small that ties into whatever it was that you were purchasing. I don't like it when they say, oh, this is your free gift, and it's like $5 to $10 worth of free items, because I know that the cost has to be wrapped up somewhere. So it was always hard for me when people would talk about packaging, because the items that I sold were small and they were lightweight and they were flat. So trying to zhuzh up the packaging was really difficult. Because I'm not going to wrap it up like a present for you. You're going to throw that away. It just seems wasteful for me. So now I'm doing a different type of product. I mean, really, it's still in line with some of the things that I was selling before anyway, just not the kid stuff. And I do think that getting a little something is nice. So I have been looking at, I still like minimal packaging. I get a subscription box for my business. I haven't because it's expensive and I haven't been selling the stuff that's in it. So I stopped getting it. But I was getting it for a while, and they work into the price all of the freebies. Like, I knew that was the whole point. I got screen print transfers, the t-shirt stuff, and then they would include extras that would help give you ideas of what to include for your own customers. So I knew all of that was worked into the price, but their packaging. We get everything in a box, which is fine, but they always put paper shreds in the box. And I hate paper shreds, like passionately. I hate paper shreds. And a few times they sent, instead of paper shreds, it was like hay or raffia, or I don't know. It was stuff that was like breaking apart, and you open the box and it's stuck to everything. And then it was flying out of the box and it was sticking to everything in my workspace. I hated it. To the point where I didn't want to open these boxes inside my house. I wanted to open them outside next to my garbage can so I could just throw everything away that was garbage. And that's frustrating because I feel like we have such a, I don't know, like a divide where you've got this one extreme that they only want you to use recycled materials and no plastic, and, you know, don't include any extras, just send them what they ordered and it needs to be in recycled packaging, and then they're happy. And then you get this other extreme that's like, we want all new packaging, we want all the bells and whistles, we want all the froofy stuff. I want to be somewhere in the middle. And I think that with the market research I've done, that the people that I want to market to are my middle ground people. Yeah, Sarah says she can't stand over packaging. It just seems so wasteful to me. And if I think about that I'm paying for it, it makes me mad on top of like throwing it away. It's insane. So I have been thinking about different things that I could include. I ordered a few things, and one of the things that I ordered is something that my kids, it's kind of a kids craft for them, and then I can include it in my orders. So what I got were, and we're in the testing phase for these little pens. I almost called them pencils. I don't normally say pen like that. So there are these little pens, and they have these beads on them. And yeah, the light really wants to like extra shine. I think it's hilarious because both kids put the middle bead upside down. The palm trees are upside down. And they didn't put enough beads into the pens to make them do what they're supposed to do, because they kind of jingle around. But essentially, I just bought this kit on Amazon. And it came with, let me open it. And it was a reasonable price. Like, I did not feel like these won't be included in every purchase, but they can be included in some of the medium to larger purchases. But it's just a bunch of these pens here. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. So like, and even this bugs me that they had to individually wrap the pens. So it's like this little pen here, and it twists and the pen comes out, and then you put like beads and charms So it came with this bag of beads. And the kids and I have already agreed that the pineapples kind of annoy us because the pineapples have to go sideways. They don't go up and down. The holes are here and here, so the pineapple has to sit sideways. So that's weird. But then it has like these spacer beads, and then it has these little charms. So there's like some palm trees. What is this? Like cactus and flamingo and star. I don't know if you can really see those. Let's see. And that's the same thing. There's some little pineapples in some of these. And I think what I dropped on the floor is like the connector. I'm just going to drop a bunch of stuff on the floor and I will have to pick it up later. So there's like this little thing that has the jump rings and then this like claw clasp. And then the little bead goes at the bottom. The charm, excuse me. So yeah, I told the kids, I'm like, I think you need to look at the picture. But I figured it gives the kids something to do. It's like a craft that they can do. They can build these little pens for me. I'll stick them in a bag. And then when I get the orders that meet the criteria, I can throw that in and it's a nice little giveaway. It's not a whole lot of money out of my pocket. So I don't have to feel like I need to charge more for it. And a pen is useful. Like, let's be honest. When I get pens from companies, I'm totally satisfied. I'm so happy. I could get a pen a day from a company and I'd be over the moon. I am a pen addict. It doesn't matter where the pen came from. It doesn't matter how the pen works. I will use that pen until it is dead. I know Sarah loves pens. I knew she would be feeling me on that. I am a chronic pen thief. I will steal a pen. I will keep pens that are completely dead and can't work, and I will still keep them. One of the things about these pens that I did like was they said you can, that's not a lot of ink. Like, let's be honest, I would run that down maybe a week or two. But I got these on Amazon, and why isn't it going back in? It did say that you can order just the refills for them. So I think that's nice because, you know, if somebody really likes their pen, then they could just order the refills and use that pen forever until it falls apart. So the pens, these two pens specifically, those are for the kids. That's what they get for practicing. And they made one for my grandma too. So that's cute. But yeah, so I got those, and then I did get some stickers. They're not like extravagant stickers. They're just fun. I think that they called it the Visco Girl collection. And the kids have already gone through them and they picked out a few that they liked. It was like 50% off for these stickers. And I think it was like 300 stickers. It was an insane amount. But I also like stickers. I think that stickers are fun. I think that for the market that I'm looking at, we grew up collecting stickers. Of course, we were the generation that we didn't actually want to use the stickers. Like, you had to save the sticker forever because you were waiting for the perfect time to use the sticker. The same with the candles. Like, you bought the pretty candles because you wanted to use those pretty candles for just the right occasion. And then that occasion like never comes and you have beautiful candles. And so, yeah. Sarah says stickers. Stickers are so fun. Stickers really are fun. And I can include a little thank you note and it says, use this sticker, put it on something silly, because we should use our stickers. We should burn our candles. We should do the things. Life is really short, let me tell you. Sarah says she still has old stickers that she never used. Cause yeah, girl, I have this container of stickers that I have had for over 20 years. I bought the stickers as an adult. Like, it's not even like I had these stickers from childhood. I bought them as an adult. Tinkerbell, Hello Kitty, like, it's ridiculous. And I haven't used them still. I have told the kids that if they wanted to use them, they could. And they're like, nah, whatever. Maybe if I find those stickers, I will include them in someone's order, because they are really cute. I also used to get stickers when I worked at Round Table Pizza in Oakley. We had a sticker machine, and they had Betty Boop stickers. I had to own every Betty Boop sticker. I have no idea how much money I went through to get every single Betty Boop sticker. But they also had, I'm going to date myself, and I'm going to sound really bad. Sarah, you know you're going to remember this. The Homies. Do you remember the Homies? They had the Homies t-shirts, and they had the Homies stickers. I needed to own all of the Homies stickers. And I had them all. Like, I had the whole collection of Homies stickers. See, I knew you would know. Yeah, I have a picture somewhere wearing I had like this forest green shirt with the Homies cartoons on them. Oh, the 90s. They were a time. So, yeah. So that's the thing, is that, like, with my business and where it's going now, that is the vibe that I want to have. Like, that I finally created a tagline for myself, because I've really been struggling with it for a long time, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is my business about? And now I can't think of it. I'm pretty sure I landed on nostalgia is never out of style, because it's not. Love me some nostalgia. And I think, like, so I'm coming up on the hour, so I'm gonna make this quick. But one of the things that one of my coaches talks about is that when we have an online community, we have to create like this obviously relationship with our online community, and we should have like a nickname for them. And a lot of people choose besties, because it is very like, oh my gosh, I'm their bestie. You get this feeling like, oh, I'm loved by this stranger. So I think that from now on, that's what I'm not going to call people besties. Like, I've come up with some pretty weird things in my head to call people, but I think moving forward, y'all are just going to be my homies. That's what it's going to be. From now on, I'm just going to be like, what up, homies? Oh, Heidi and her homies, right? But I think that, like, it totally embraces who I am and my weirdness. And people that know me, they're going to be like, I'm Heidi's homie. So now that I'm getting super silly, I need to go drink some water, because it's hot and dry here, and dehydration is a thing. And I also have to help my grandma put her laundry away. So, yeah, it's a whole thing, homies. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like or a thumbs up, follow or subscribe, and comment with #live or #replay. All of these interactions not only help to push out the video to more people that would enjoy them, they help me know what content you are enjoying the most. So until next time, have a great night. And it takes me a minute to shut this down. And